Is the music too loud? I can't tell. Fuck. That should be better, right? Hello! It's been so long! Hasn't it? Okay. Be honest with me, guys. Would you rather have the effects on or off? This is off. This is on. What would you rather have? Cinematic? Okay. Cycling? Yeah, that's gonna happen anyway. Because I'm gonna accidentally press something I don't want to press and then turn off everything. I feel like this is better now. You guys can see me a little better. Hello! How is everyone? It's been a while since I've seen you guys. There's been a lot going on right now. I'm starting school again, unfortunately, at a place I don't really want to go to, but I didn't have another choice. So, the forbidden toggle. Nah, don't worry. No, that one isn't even connected to anything. Don't worry. Oh yeah, I'm starting school. As some of you guys know, I don't think my brain is very good in the school environment, considering things I actually struggle with, but sometimes you just don't have a choice anymore, so. How is everyone though? That's a boring chapter in life that I honestly don't even want to think about. It's like a situation where I'm like, I just want to get it over with as fast as possible to get it done with, to be able to apply to jobs, etc. Hello. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Kira. I know your name's Honori on Discord, so it's always weird to call you Kira here. You funny? Yeah, indeed. You know, I know you'll do it. Honestly, I don't want to hear any kind of motivation or anything for it. I just want to get it done with. I just want it to be over. I didn't want to continue school, but again, I'm in a position where I don't have a choice. So, that's where we're at right now. Anyway. You just can't get a job anymore unless you have extra schooling in this country. So, I need to spend a minimum of 2 years in school again to be able to actually have options to apply for a job. We'll have to see if my physical health is able to keep up. Oh, it's just reversed. I see. We'll see if my physical health keeps up with the stress and the actual like physical movement part and focus, etc. I will update you guys on that because it is part of my health, and I want you guys to be aware of my health as far as I talk about it, you know. Hello, Max. Hello, Kappa. School does suck. Yeah, especially when there's been a lot of reviews saying that it's not a very good school, and also my personal experience, my 2 personal experiences I've had with them, talking to them, weren't really very comfortable either. But again, going to school is it's like really, so one of the things that I really don't enjoy, and I know some people might say, you're just gonna get through it, you just gotta get over it. Thanks for the 2 gifted subs, Felix. Thank you. It's the fact that you have to give up your power and your personality. You have to give up your entire power to people you do not know, people that you may not even like, that may not even want the best for you, or may not even like you, and then you just have to give up your power to them. And I don't really like it, you know. Especially when they have control over me, like a lot of control, which obviously deciding my future is, some might say, an amount of control. So, having to trust untrustworthy people sucks. Yeah, I think where I noticed it the most though is when I lived in the shelter. I know it comes up a lot because I've learned a lot in that place, and not all of it is good. A lot of it is there's people screaming outside for hours now, man. They're so annoying. Anyway, like I've learned, for example, that not everybody you have to become vulnerable in front of is willing to take care of that vulnerability and take care of you, depending on the fact that you are forced to be vulnerable in front of them. Like when I was a kid, because I was underage, right? And when you're underage, you have no power in the world except when you scream for help and people are forced to help you. So it was kind of that situation where it's like, we work in a field where we have to help children when they're screaming for help, quote unquote, help children. They have to react, and that reaction isn't always good. So that's essentially the gist of what happened living in the shelter. It was not very good people, and they did not do a very good job at what they were supposed to do, but it is what it is. That time is over. It has unfortunately shaped and affected me a lot, which sucks because things could have been a lot easier. But yeah, I'm trying to actually be a social worker. That is my current plan, is to become a social worker. I know a lot of people are gonna say, that's crazy with how angry you get. True. I'm not denying that. I get irritated very quickly, especially with a personality disorder. However, I was a very, I personally thought of myself as and I was told during that time that I was a trusting person and I was a reliable person in the time of the shelter where a lot of other kids were in. And they felt they could talk to me about stuff and use me as a navigator through life and problems. And I liked listening to people, and I liked, I really enjoyed like taking care of people. I enjoy sharing thoughts and sharing ideas and lifting people up personally. Even if I get angry a lot, it's because I'm stressed. I'm constantly, unfortunately, immensely stressed, and I want to get rid of this stress because I know when the stress isn't around, I'm a very pleasant person to be around. And I want to be able to be that person in front of stream too, is being able to be a pleasant and actually fun person, because that was taken away from me for so long. I need it back. I'm so tired of being pissed all the time. I'm so tired of being upset. So I really want to work on that. I want to become happy again. I want to finally become a happy person, because there's been moments in life where I was happy for a day or two. And most of the time my days are affected by severe emotional distress and just what is it called? Emotional swings. What is it called? I forgot the word for it, but due to personality disorders, and the other stuff that comes with it, like the ADHD and mood swings, thank you. ADHD, depression, obviously the fucking go-to for everyone. It mixes pretty strongly, and I've become a very aggressive person due to it. I notice it and I'm aware of it, and I'm very impatient too. But that's just part of ADHD and the personality disorder. It mixes very badly. All of my mental illnesses they push each other a lot. There's specific things that I struggle with or suffer from that get really strong because of the things that push it, I guess. For example, my impatience. My impatience is very bad. It's very high. I'm very impatient with people. I get very emotional in situations. For example, I cry really easily, believe it or not. whether I'm happy or if I'm sad or if nothing even happens, it can just happen out of nowhere. Anger, obviously anger happens a lot too. In situations where I shouldn't be angry, I get very angry. Things trigger me a lot. Not trigger as in like I get traumatized or like trauma comes back up. It's more like my anger and my irritation gets triggered very fast, and it sucks for me and for everyone else to have me like basically pissed all the time. But that's the point I'm at right now, is that I'm basically pissed all the time, and I'm very nasty when I'm pissed, and I just don't want to be that person. And as much as it is going to physically hurt to go to school, just because of, I mean, the people who have been here for a while are kind of aware of the physical stuff I suffer from. Not everything, because I don't talk about shit in detail, because it's still a private topic. But you guys know the symptoms at least. And with those kinds of symptoms, they can ruin you for quite a long time. And hopefully I can just push through. Hope I don't come out with too many scars. Yeah. Felix, if you'd know me and if you'd seen me a lot more, you would know I'm the last person to play pretend. I have called you guys retards multiple times. I've told you to shut the fuck up multiple times, and I've told you guys that you are fucking pissing me off and annoying. I don't play pretend. I don't hide my feelings, but that doesn't have to do with anything. I don't hide it. I just do not want to be pissed all the time. That doesn't have to do with hiding it. I'm not hiding when I'm pissed. I just don't want to be pissed. That's the whole point of what I've been talking about the entire time, is I want to be in a position where these reactions do not have to come out. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, I want to be in a healthy mindset where things that would usually piss me off don't get to me as much, because that kind of stuff, like stupidity, ignorance, and just in general, people with the way they act piss me off. But especially these kinds of things, where I should have a bit more patience for. It's hard, okay? I've met a lot of dumb stuff. I've met a lot of dumb people. I've heard a lot of dumb stuff, especially in chat, because there's just such a... Everybody in the world can essentially come in here and look at my chat and talk and say stuff. So the chance of running into a fucking retard idiot is pretty high. So the stream kind of triggers it a lot, which is why I sometimes have to take a break, because as much as I don't like saying it, chat raises my heart rate so bad sometimes during stream that I feel myself having trouble breathing. And this happens a lot, guys. I get pissed a lot in real life too. Where little things trigger me instantly to become enraged and start yelling and screaming at the top of my lungs, and it's not good. It's not good for anybody. My neighbors have been triggering me very badly like the past few months, because they've been so incredibly loud, even after multiple people had told them to stop being loud, and that they are so fucking loud during the night and during the day that people cannot find peace in their own houses and their own apartments that they live in. So that's been a factor that's been affecting me a lot. And then there's obviously the stuff with I need to go to school to be able to pay off my insurance, to stay insured under my father for a little bit longer. And then afterwards, I have to get employed. I have to do something, because I can't depend on anyone else, really. So I have to depend on myself to do this, because insurance can get very expensive here. And there's a lot of insurances. And considering I'm a very sick person, I need to have a doctor, and I need to have access to medical stuff if I need to, you know. And also, you are literally not allowed to be uninsured in Germany. It's not like I have a choice anyway. Sometimes people are so dumb it's warranted to be mad. Yes, it's just when you've met so many stupid people, and when you've had to interact with such dumbassness and idiocy so often, your how do you say this? My patience is very little for it. I cannot take idiocy anymore. It's like I used to be able to just shake my head and go, what a fucking dumbass. But when it's directed to me, like in my stream or anything, or when somebody says something to me and I read it, I'm like, holy shit, are you actually serious? And then I feel like I'm obligated to answer, not literally, but it's more like people talk to me and I wanna be able to respond. So oftentimes I read something in chat, guys, I read something in chat and I don't respond on purpose because I know I would get mad. So I'm just gonna go in my head like, what a fucking idiot. Don't mention anything and just keep going. I know this is gonna make a lot of you nervous, which is funny to me, but you know, it is what it is. Max, the problem is if I were to, because we have welfare, but if I wanted to get into welfare, I would yes, they would take care of my health insurance. However, I basically wouldn't be allowed to have any other kind of income unless I wanted to give them most of that income and then receive less money from welfare. And there's no point in me getting less money overall to have welfare. Hey, go fuck yourself. And I would rather just be employed somewhere where I know I have 100% like safety and I'm able to build up my build up some money and some safety for when I retire. So because if I don't work in Germany, I have no way of getting retirement. So yeah, there is welfare. I'm not saying there's no welfare in Germany. However, for somebody like me who streams and makes money off of streaming and off of donations, etc., it wouldn't make sense for me to get welfare because, first of all, they don't want to give money to people who have a sort of income, even though the income is so mediocre and cannot keep anyone alive, and it's not covering health insurance. And you're teetering on the edge of, I have to pay taxes with this or not. So it just doesn't make sense to like do it, you know, because you're gonna lose more money by making streaming your job essentially. So yeah. I'm looking for school, and once school is done, I'm gonna get a job, especially social work. It's always needed. You're never gonna run out of spaces where they need social work because it's underpaid, severely underpaid for one of the hardest jobs. People can fight me on this, but being a social worker, depending on which place you work at, but for example, being like a caretaker of a child, or even being a caretaker at an old people home, these are some of the hardest jobs in the entire world. Because you are supposed to be a parent to somebody you do not have a blood relation with, and you are being underpaid for it. And it is physically and mentally destroying. It destroys you physically and mentally. Because most kids that need some sort of caretaking, there's a reason why they need it, right? Most of the kids that I was in the shelter with were actually not taken out of their parents' place because of safety reasons. Their parents essentially just kicked them out. So it's not always the kid's fault, but because like sometimes the parents were drug users and drug abusers, blah 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 blah. But I was the only one in my shelter that was actually taken out by CPS because of child safety endangerment. So yeah, that shows you how many people actually like how many cases there are like me. There's actually less cases like me than there's cases of kids being kicked out or running away from home because they're just not very mentally developed and are also on the bad track like of drugs and smoking and drinking and skipping school, etc., etc. There's Nobody else I knew there that had a same case as me that had to leave due to abusive circumstances. Why are these retards still yelling, dude? They're so fucking loud. I'm gonna get mad again, dude. It's more that, like, it sounds really mean, but a lot of the kids were too stupid to realize that they're being abused. In the meaning of, like, negligence, and obviously when your parents are abusing drugs, that is also abuse, obviously towards the child as well. They don't even realize it. They just don't care. They don't care. A lot of them are not very mentally developed, or not as self-aware in quotation marks, so they don't even realize this. So, you know, they're kids after all. It's like kids in my age range back then as well. They were like in my age range, most of them. Why not? Cats squeak. Oh my god, fucking French. The cats squeak passé MDP. I don't know what that is. If all you know is abuse, it's all you know in life. It takes self-initiative to find out about more. It took self-initiative of me to find out that while it wasn't very hard for me to figure out that my fucking parents were abusive when they were beating the shit out of me, and I went to school and the teachers were like, are you getting beat the shit out of at home? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that's bad. You know? It's not very hard to figure out you're being abused when you're the only child going to school that gets taken out of class and talked about, like, hey, why are you bruised everywhere? So... yeah, and also if your child themselves gets into drugs, they just don't care that their parents are doing drugs. So my dad was pretty abusive. My mom divorced him. Yeah, my dad, my brother were the most abusive ones within the family. My sister and my mom were as well by proxy due to being abused themselves. And I was in the middle of it as the youngest child. That was the one who always got everything. Who got all the shit, you know? Because my dad was pissed at my brother would be pissed at me, my dad would be pissed at me, my dad would piss off my mom would be pissed off at me. It's like being the victim of everyone else. Whole house mad? Yeah, essentially. And I was the one who didn't have anyone to be mad at. So, which is why essentially, if I wanted to survive, I would have to figure out how to deal with these emotions myself, or else way worse things could have happened to me. If I didn't therapize myself, if I didn't figure out my situation, if I didn't become self-aware, and if I didn't self-analyze my situation and my problems, I probably wouldn't have come out as quote-unquote well as I did. No, I got away pretty light, considering all the shit that happened to me, because I was able to take care of myself in a way. That doesn't mean that, oh, you didn't have it as hard because you knew how to deal with it. Yeah, the point isn't about knowing how to deal with it. It's about the fact that nobody should have to deal with it, and most humans should not ever be, put through that. So yeah. There's things that have happened in my life that were pretty big things that I just don't talk about on stream, because first of all, that is a weapon. People can use that to weaponize it against me, and I do not need that to be done. And also, I don't want to depress you guys, I like, there's no like, oh, yeah, okay, there's a few things that happen to me that you guys don't know, and you guys don't need to know, because that's not the whole point of this, right? You guys, yes, you know of the gist of my life, that I was abused, that I lived in a shelter, that I moved out, and that I'm pretty physically sick, that I'm sick, unfortunately, just in general. And then I'm trying to do the most out of my life at this point. So that's all you need to know. You don't need to know the details. Sometimes I talk about it in Discord, but that's more like an every now event when like the opportunity arises or it reminds me of something or whatever. But I never actually like go into too much detail about it unless it's like a story that just happened, you know? Anyway, a thing I wanted to talk about is I want to do voice acting again. Like, I've been doing it on the side just for a few like short clips and stuff, but I want to do my like voiceover stuff again. I don't know if you guys are still interested in that. So I just want to hear I want to hear if people like are fine with that idea. If they're like, no, it's fine, focus on something else, would rather you try something else or do something else. Like, it's fine to tell me if you guys are interested in something, a different kind of content. I don't mind like focusing on it, like for example ASMR or something, like actual proper ASMR. It's been a while since I've done it because I feel like I genuinely, I'm about to get up and scream out of the window to shut the fuck up, man. It's 9 p.m. I don't care if it's Friday. You're outside screaming like a fucking drunk retard. What is wrong with you, man? People are pissing me off again. What's wrong with these people? Say you're working. I don't need to say anything. They just need to shut their fucking mouths. They're in public. Do you not know how to fucking act? Oh my god, it reminds me, guys. I was at a restaurant today, and there was a dude that was eating close by on his, like on a table close by. Grown-ass man wearing a Teletubbies shirt, eating, chewing mouth open, the smacking of his lips reverberating in the entire room, sniffling his nose, and gulping his drink like this. I legit, you guys don't understand. I had to put my hands on the edges of the table, and like I was shaking. I was shaking. I had my hands on the table, and I was shaking the. That's what I was like, dude, because I was so fucking mad, and I had to control myself not to go. Can you stop eating it like a fucking shot, you? You know what? The cherry on top was the fucking Teletubbies shirt, eating like a child with that big ass age, wearing a Teletubbies shirt. Like, you have got to be kidding me. Why does this shit always happen to me? Why do I sit down at a restaurant to relax and to calm down after a stressful 15,000 years, and then Shut up! Okay. I had to tell you guys about this because it frustrated, and Frenchie was talking to me like, calm down, relax, I know, it's okay, calm down, it's okay. Like, shut up. You need to dude. Oh, the things my parents would have done to me if I ate like that in front of them in a restaurant, dude. They would have taken me by the collar, opened that window, and thrown me around 3 fucking states towards France. It is insane how... I was so angry, guys. I was like, please leave. If this guy doesn't leave soon, I'm legit going to say something. Because I'm... Dude, you're lip smacking. And... Oh my god. The shit we got in the shelter, me personally, don't really do it unless I'm sick and I'm at home. Is like going like when you're sick, right, and your nose is running, you go like I don't do that at the table, at the dinner table, or around people unless I don't have a choice at that moment. I'm really trying to avoid like snot coming down my nose, and I don't have a tissue at the moment, but when I'm sick I have tissues around. Regardless, we got so much shit for doing that at the table or literally anywhere in the shelter, by the way. They'd go like, are you a fucking pig? Why are you doing that? They would say that to every child. Every single one. They'd be like, you fucking pig, stop doing that. Get a tissue or stop. Ew, the fucking shirt. Oh my god. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if he grabbed his shirt and just wiped his mouth with it. That guy was I don't know if he was mentally deficient or like disabled or something. It might have been the case, but you're on your own and you're eating with chopsticks. Okay, I don't know, but it doesn't, even if that's the case, bro, I don't fucking like hearing people smack and sniffle and like go like when eating. I don't care. It still pisses me off. I didn't say anything to the guys, so I'm well within my right to still be pissed. Okay? So, even if maybe the food was just that good, I mean, it is good, but let people figure that out for themselves. Alright, I'm telling you guys, shut up, hold on. I'm back. Wait, was that actually audible on stream? That would be so funny if it was. I don't think it was. Dude, I screamed, "What?" Fucking hell, dude. So annoying, man. Like, is it soccer right now? Like, is there soccer right now? Nothing nobody should give a fuck about. Apparently. Whatever. You know what? Bundesliga? All the low IQ individuals who couldn't get past the stage of my foot go ball go front. Awesome. Amazing game. Who couldn't get past that fucking stage of development are now screaming at the top of their lungs. Sorry. Dude, no, I can't even say there's nobody I dislike more because there's a lot of people I dislike, but if you tell me, yo, I base my entire personality around some men kicking around some fucking balls, I'm not gonna like you. I used to play soccer. Yeah. I used to be the goalie because I was very nimble. Think of it like a puppy running at a ball. Same kind of bliss. Okay, if you're looking at grown-ass men being paid a bajillion, quadrillion dollars and euros to kick around the ball as a puppy running at a ball, I think you're gay. Sorry. But the thing is, like soccer, I don't give a shit. Okay, like, you can like soccer, dude. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. But screaming at your 10.5-inch TV because man 1 hit goal and man 2 missed ball? You gotta work on your life. If that's your priority. You low-key don't have any hobbies. I'll say, aber du bist ein kleiner hobbyloser Hurensohn. Du hast keine Ahnung, was in deinem Leben los ist, Alter. That's all what I'm gonna say, dude. I don't like you if you scream at the TV because of it. I just don't like you. Dude, I don't like you. Just because your team is winning, what does that do for you? What are you getting out of it? What did you get out of that? It's like, dude, it's like fucking people from the Middle Ages watching horse 1 with man 1, horse 2 with man 2 on top of each other jousting. This is your entertainment. I don't know, dude. No, they sound like young guys. That's what I'm saying. I've been hearing their voices for like an hour or two now. An hour and a half. And it's kind of fucking... It's kind of obvious they're young. So... Jousting kind of fire. But isn't that the same? It like reminds me of that, dude. Like, oh my god, my favorite horse. Like, shut the fuck up. You shut up. Anyway, I'm over it. Uma Musume jousting. But seriously, guys, okay, when you have a big emotional reaction to something that, like, dude, guys, I have borderline personality disorder, and that kind of stuff means I will have big reactions for small things. And I think I'm more validated in my reactions than these people are. It's like you have the choice to being annoying, to being an annoying piece of shit that nobody wants to be around because your reactions are so fucking annoying. And you still choose to be that kind of person? Dude, I don't even have the choice. I'm just annoying. You have the choice and you choose to be annoying. It's alright to get excited? No, I agree. It's completely fine. Like, when I get excited, I go like, oh my god, oh my god. And like, some people get pissed at that. So there's people, I don't get excited a lot, guys. And some people still get upset at me getting excited like that. Because it's over the top. Or because it's exaggerated. Or because it scared them, even. But dude, I have people fucking screaming at the top of their fucking lungs. Windows open. Windows open. Their fucking windows are open. Die. Die. You need to die. Sorry. Okay. Oof. You know, I should really put on my heart rate monitor. Just so you guys can see how fucking angry I get. You guys need to just see how mad these things make me. It's like in a horror game, dude, in a horror game, it's not even that high. It's like 160 isn't even that high because 160 is my fucking usual because of how pissed I am all the time. Yeah, it's snail tear. It's more like about the fact that it's unwanted reactions, such as, for example, what happens to me a lot is I'll walk into a room and I just break down to my knees and I start crying for no reason. That's the type of reaction I'm talking about, where it's like I don't choose these kinds of things and there's no reason behind them. It's just a problem within my brain. Big donation, she'll jump to 200. Yeah, nice try. Okay. Let me get the heart rate thing ready real quick. I don't think my heart rate is at 40. What the fuck? $58. I don't think that's right either. Give it a second. Oh, there we go. Where should I put it? Where you guys can see it. Alright, I'll put it here. There we go. Okay. We go back. Have you tried having small earbuds at all time? No. It would just physically bother me to have something in my ears the entire time. Max, it's because I tabbed out from my VTuber program. That's why. It masks noise. If only the noise was so the neighbors above me, they jump and they drill and they do a lot of noise that causes the apartment to shake. And even if I were to completely make myself deaf, it would not be enough to cover the fucking soundscape cacophony these people are able to produce within a single fucking day. Because they are so loud, it reverberates the walls and makes them shake and makes my bed shake. And when I want to sleep, they're stomping with their feet on the floor and causing my bed to shake, which means I don't get to sleep. They let furniture drop during the day and during the night too, and they don't fucking stop. Where you go up to them and you say, hey, I have a very bad disease and I need some quiet and some like silence during the day because I need to fucking relax, and you are the reason for why I cannot relax, and you need to stop because this is causing me emotional and physical distress. And they're like, and they don't stop. And they don't stop, dude. They just don't stop. Like, thank you for the 3 months, Xenoblade. So how much did it jump to? Did anyone pay attention? I was talking, I was busy. Almost 140? Sounds about right. Bro, it's not good. It is not good for the brain. These kinds of people are not good for the brain. And a heart. And the heart. And the heart. Are you the girl from Galboru? Is your name Puto? I guess I am, yeah. I mean, I am on Galboru, but I'm not the girl from Galboru. Pito. Bro really wrote out literally. She is literally. It's bleak. I'm not Gilbert. Do not get people confused. There's people who will literally believe you when you say that, by the way. Bad idea. Just did a slam. Yikes. Oh, yikes. Anyway. You guys want to hear something awesome? Something cool, even? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys want to see a little voice work live? Oh wow, the music actually works perfectly for this. The playlist really picked out something good here. Okay.
You're a big perv, aren't you?
The music! Why, it actually played perfectly at the perfect time. Hello, Slam. He said I lost. Ew. It's all over the screen. What is wrong with my chat? It's flooding. What? Oh shit. Sticky. I imagine this chat like a fat Discord mod guy. You think there's one guy on all of these accounts writing? You think so? Damn, I gotta meet that guy. He's put in a lot of effort for my stream. What a good guy. Wait, so that means you're a fat Discord mod too. Welcome to the club, puto. It's all just Frenchy. He's not here right now, so maybe. I'm not a mod though. He is fat, however. Teletubby guy? Fuck no. People be like, all your viewers are fat guys. Good, they're my type. Not a fat Discord mod, but you said, you imagine this chat as a fat Discord mod, and you're in the chat though. So why are you lying? You're a fat Discord mod. You're actually the fattest out of all of us. I can feel it. I can sense the vibrations. Windmills. Epic self-report. You know, it really does. That reminds me of my hear me out that I did yesterday. It's on my Twitter Smurf, but I think I'm right. You mean alt? Yeah. Who cares, dude? People know what I mean. You got what I meant. The League Brain. I've said Discord Smurf and like Twitter Smurf, etc. so often. How have you not noticed it? Come on, dude. You gotta lock in. Okay, guys. Auto filtering. Yeah. Same. Yeah. Same shit I do with you, honestly. Fellas. 5 gifted subs and I do another voiceover live on stream right now. Not voiceover, I say a line. I say one line. I don't want to false advertise here. Time to solo queue rank, she's going to school. Dude, if you put a gun in front of my head and said solo queue rank every single day or go to school, I'd tell you to pull the trigger. Like right, I would say, dude, to make sure there's a fucking bullet in there. I don't want to be disappointed. Hey! Fellas, there's no joke behind it. I mean it. I would tell you, make sure to aim right. We are not taking either of those. And you know what instead? And you know what I do instead? I do both. I solo queue and I go to school. Shh. Oh fuck no. Dude, if I survive with a bullet in my brain, I think I'm good because they're just gonna use me as a test subject and that's gonna be my job. Which is fine for me. 5,000 gifted subs and Nier releases one of our audios for free. Yeah, find somebody who's gonna gift 5,000 gifted subs. 5 gifted subs. Yo, if I say that, you guys are not gonna hear from me again, Slam. If I were to say those words out loud right now on stream, this would be the last stream. And I'm scared. I don't think they would let you move in with us anymore, Slam. Also true, Adam. Speaking fact, by the way. Fact. Your Slam is actually just a he's actually a sleeper agent. When he hears those words, he activates. He's actually coming here to assassinate me. He's a US spy. Fuck, I got it, didn't I? How did you find out? The genius of a League player. I'm a genius, what can I say? My stomach hurts. I thought I pulled off the dumb American roll really well. Oh, that was a roll? That wasn't just you? You did pull it off very well then. Just be yourself. Oh, worst mistake ever. Yeah, I was, and now she hates me. What now, Chief? My stomach. I think I'm gonna lose my stomach this time, guys. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Ugh. I had Waffle House today. Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle? Oh, they're coming for me, guys. I'm not making it. Ugh. Shit, I dropped my lip gloss. Fuck, where'd it go? Alright, I'm back. Protein, protein, protein. I can't fucking hear the end of it anymore. You're stuck? True. It just tasted like garbage. If you tell me, dude, this thing that tastes like absolute shit, maybe it doesn't even fill you for a very long time. Credit card user, gluten avoiding, protein seeking average American. This guy pulled out every slur in the book. He's like, you credit card using, gluten avoiding, protein seeking American. Oh Gun firing, that's right. Uneducated. Words that I cannot say on stream. I think I'll use my credit card. Do you have anything gluten-free? Do you guys think I could voice a Shota? Be honest. I think I could. No? Well, Slam, I don't care about your opinion. I thought we figured this out. Yeah, Max is right. I could. Max is right. I could do that. You should voice Freerin. I don't think I'd be able to do that. I don't think I'm depressed enough to do that with my voice. And I'm not calm enough. My voice isn't calm enough, I don't think. You guys wanted to see me do a voiceover of Frieren? Erfrieren? Yep, there it is. I pressed N. Is there like a scene where she just talks and not fucking fighting? Is this English? It's more fighting, isn't it? That's Japanese. You not depressed enough? My voice!
You were exceptional. That was quite the show. Well done.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to do that. It couldn't do that. But yeah, that's what she sounds like in English. Yeah, don't ever say that word in my chat again.
You were exceptional.
You're exceptional.
That was quite the show.
I don't know if I would be able to do the like deep to high. Like make it sound proper, like make it sound natural. I don't think I could do that.
Well done.
Whoa, what happened there at the end? Oh my god, Shima. So, I don't know. I feel like if I were to voice her, I wouldn't be able to do like that like super high pitch ending there. For me, it'd probably be like something like, that was quite the show. And I don't think that's the feeling that they would want in there. I mean, they want that like excitement at the end, right? It's like, that was quite the show. And I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it.
You were exceptional.
I feel like I'd be able to do the parts where she's kind of like, just like, you were exceptional. You were exceptional. You know, like a little bit of emotion, but not too much. She has very controlled emotion. And you have to have a lot of control over your voice to create the feeling of somebody who's very calm and has the control under emotions and not sounding too overly emotional in situations where most people would show emotion, like excitement or happiness or like proudness. You know, like there's like, you were exceptional or you were exceptional. And even words like that, you wouldn't use a word like that when you're in the moment of excitement and you're not a very like calm and reserved person. It'd be like, that was amazing, something like that, right? So using words like you were exceptional means you have to know that even if you were to put emotion behind it, it wouldn't sound natural, because these words just are very deliberately selected by the person in that moment, which means they are a very calm, reserved, and like, I guess, calculated person. And that's what Freerin is. She's a very calculated and like calm person. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Well done.
Well done. Well done. Like, she does like, well done. Well done. She has like a deeper voice than me. And she has a more mature voice. So even if my voice is rather deep, I feel like it still falls into a very kind of childish voice. I kind of, in a lot of moments, you hear a shriekiness in my voice, or raspiness even, because I don't have a very matured and buttery voice like she does, you know? Yeah, Shimaka, relax. Fucking hell. Ugh. Good boy, Max. I don't know why you guys like that voice. I hate it. It sounds nasty. I don't like it. I feel like the emotion that I want to convey with my character. So your voice is hard to characterize. Yeah. I have shifts in my voice a lot, and when I'm openly talking, my voice is more prone to shifting when I'm speaking, because I like to create an interesting way of talking. I like to create a feeling of interest and effort when I'm speaking. Sometimes it's like actively done by me, especially when it's in a very professional setting. I try to create that kind of feeling that is appropriate for that setting. But when I'm talking to you guys, for example, like, I know I have different kinds of voices sometimes, or something comes out a little bit more differently. It's because that's my natural way of speaking. If I am telling a story, for example, you will notice a lot more that I have more interesting vocal ranges when I'm speaking. However, if I'm in a conversation, oftentimes you'll hear me just kind of respond like this, and there isn't much of a change. So I think it's hard to characterize. Yeah. You heard about the singer Ado? No, I have no clue. I don't know a lot of things. I'm also not a singer, so it's not like I'm singing when I'm speaking to you guys. So vocal range and singing is also still different than talking. Like, people who have a vocal range and singing obviously can have a vocal range and talking as well, but it's about training to make that talking sound natural as well. Because if I were to talk in a deeper voice, I would like it to sound more natural and not put on, so it seemed you guys can deem it as a more natural way of speaking rather than something put on. You know, like, it's easy to deepen your voice and talk like that, but you want it to sound believable with voice acting, for example. It's hard to put into words. But if I were to take a whole stream and talk to you guys like this, I believe you wouldn't believe it's my real voice if new people were to join and they were to hear me like this. I don't have a lot of vocal training, especially not in deeper voices. Most of the things I do require a higher pitched voice, so
I have a lot more control with this one.
So I have a bit more emotion I can put in that one, right? Especially with the kind of emotion I have to convey in most of the things I do, which is the feeling of superiority. Superiority is kind of hard to do in a deeper voice without it sounding cringe, in my opinion. Like if I were to say, like,
You're such a good perv.
that, has a bit more superiority and power than if I were to go like, you're such a good perv, you know? Because it doesn't, I don't have that practice in the deep voice. So you gotta have the naturality in it. Even if the higher pitched voice is way less natural than the deeper one is, because there's a lot of people who have that like deeper voice and who do tend to have a very deep and calm and buttery voice, and who are able to convey this feeling of what you call dominance. So I'm not trained in it. Like it's really awkward. It makes me cringe a lot because I'm not good at it. So I'm glad you guys don't like that kind of, I mean, I know that you guys like that kind of stuff, but you don't really ask for it. So I feel like I would have done I would have surprised you guys a lot more if I were to stream every time I would stream.
I never talk like this in my stream.
And I didn't like if I didn't talk on my natural voice.
And you think I'd sound like this every day.
And if I were to deepen my voice like this all of a sudden, I feel like I would have surprised you guys a lot more, you know? Helium stream. Yeah, so I can pass out and throw up in my sleep. Good idea. Bye, Felix. Thanks for watching. You guys forget, it's very exhausting.
It's exhausting to do this kind of voice. Even this isn't as high as I could possibly go.
But it's exhausting because it it hurts the throat really bad. And there is streamers who do this kind of stuff. So it's kind of, I wouldn't be able to do it. Especially not when it's kind of obvious. My voice gets kind of shaky when I get louder. Because when you're loud, it's like a completely different range of control you have to have over your voice. You know, so in that, if I were to get louder, I feel like my deeper voice, if I were to get louder, I think my deeper voice would suffice more to sound more natural. So, but
if I were to get loud in
this one, it doesn't sound natural, you know? So it feels like you're I don't want to say that, but when you're doing a high-pitched,
if I were to do this high-pitched voice the entire time, and I were to do this entire stream in this voice, it would end up feeling like I had a dick down my throat for at least 4 hours.
And that's not fun. Like, it already hurts now, just from that. Because you're straining it so bad. You're straining it a lot. And there's people who will legit say, you shouldn't be a streamer, you shouldn't be a VTuber if you don't have a nice and cute and high-pitched voice. Dude, I can have all three. I can have my natural voice, I can have a deeper voice.
And I can have my cute voice.
How about that, huh? It's also what I don't like is my quote-unquote deep voice is like closer to my natural voice, so there's not much of a surprise and difference in it than if I
were to go like this,
you know, because it sounds a lot more different than my natural voice. So people get more of a wow effect from it, you know. That's what it's all about. If you can create a wow effect with your voice with people, you won. Even if it's not even good. If people think it's good, you won. I can say wow, alright? I think everybody here can say wow. That's what we expect. Yeah. That's true. But like, there's VTubers who have this whole thing of like, I'm a lollytuber, and also I can suddenly do a very deep voice, and it gets people to go like, oh, what? She can do a deep voice like that? How is that possible? Because the high pitched voice isn't her natural voice, buddy. It's either not her natural voice, or it is slightly shifted It's because every girl can do a deep voice like this. Every girl can do it. Every girl can do that. It's not hard. Everyone can go super deep like that. Everybody can do it. So it's not that like wow, because everyone can do that. Everybody can go to this voice too if they wanted to. Like everyone can do that.
It's like if I were to talk like even if this is just slightly higher pitched than my natural voice, if I were to go from talking in this voice all the time,
if I were to go from that to this all of a sudden, all of you would be surprised, right? Everyone would be surprised because that's wow, it's so different. How did that happen? How can you do that voice? But it's easier to go into a deep voice. It's easy to go into a deep voice. It also doesn't hurt as much. It doesn't hurt as much, you know? Thanks for the stretch. Oh, thanks for that, Jake. What did you write in it? I don't remember what you wrote, I'm not gonna lie. Can't even find it in the request. Oh, bro. Ich liebe es, Brot jeden Abend zum Abendbrot zu essen. It doesn't even sound funny because dinner is literally evening bread in German. Wow, it sounds like a normal sentence. I know he's trolling Max. I look retarded when I put on lip gloss. Dinner is Abendbrot in German, which directly translates to evening bread, yes. Because Germans used to eat a lot of bread. And it's an old word. And yeah, there's people who still eat bread. Most people don't, though. You're also not German slam. How am I gonna break that to you? Theodore Roosevelt. I don't get it, dude. Good night, Caprice. If he was your goat, you'd spell his name right. Cultural appropriation. True. I am appropriating my culture by eating bread. Ouch. That's exactly the one we were talking about, Adrian. Hello, generic. So what Slime is trying to tell you, he's a fucking bird. He eats from a bird feeder. He went from rabbit to bird. He's the fucking duck you feed at the park, dude. Why are all your mods birds? Who's all my mods? How's Frenchie, Ryu, and Fifi birds? Or Neon? All my mods and it's 2? Jesus Christ. Max, we gotta learn how to count. I gotta teach you guys how to count and read in this fucking... I need to do that at some point, man. I need to do like a learn how to read stream. I'm sure I'll figure something out for the rest. Okay. Which is basically 100% gacha player, by the way. I got dizzy. Spoken like a true gambler, dude. Birds do eat frogs. It depends on the bird, though. Okay, man. Good luck passing out from exhaustion, Snelter. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm so tired. Chat, it's almost bedtime. Nom, nom. I'm really nauseous right now. I'm like lightheaded. My model's still picking me up when I move, so... Yeah, this is what I look like. I'm gonna visit my webcam. This background is also just where I live, so I've doxed myself. Is that better? You guys can stay awake now. I'm gonna keep you awake staring at you like this. Nuh-uh. They're permanent tattoos. Currently taking a picture of what's available aside from the things I bought you. Is it okay for me to ping you in the message? Yes! I'm already on the fucking site, dude. Can we get a wink? Yeah. There you go. Got a very theatrical wink. VTuber showcase ass wink. It's like this. Just messing around at this point. Count that. That's actually really hard to do, chat. Doing it like really fast. Usually when you see my model do something weird, it's me scratching my face. Yeah, like that. Do this really fast, chat. It's kind of hard. God damn it. No, that would look something more like this. You know I'm German when I start laughing and it turns into a coughing fit, man. It's over. We're not, do you guys want to hear me something? You guys want to hear something I can do? Hold on. Give me a few tries. Hey. I can do that. My mouth is drying out when I do that. Wow, rapid fire. Don't hear that? That was pretty good. Oh, my cheek. Fuck, I snapped the shit out of my cheek. That. Okay, that's starting to sound really bad. I need to stop doing that. What do you even do if you join a fucking stream and the streamer's just doing this for 10 minutes? I snapped my teeth. Okay, enough. Enough. I look retarded doing that shit. Ow, my cheek hurts. I just stop. $70. That's like €5. That's another thing I can do. I can sound like I'm underwater. Dude, I'm stupid. Why am I stupid like this, dude? Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys want to hear a voice impression? Give me a character. Give me a character. I'll do all of them. All of them. All of them. I promise. Right now. I probably wouldn't even know 90% of them, but I'll do them right now. Don't even... Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is either. Well, fuck, the teacher? There's a teacher in Charlie Brown? Frieza. I don't know what that guy sounds like in English. See, it's already working out, guys. I got everything down. Yeah. I answered all of them. So yeah. Do new Dachi, she's my fave. Okay. Hey guys, I'm new Dachi. That was pretty close, wasn't it? I think I gotta work on it a little bit more, but I think that was pretty close. Poggers! This guy said poggers in chat, unironically. Dismember him. Okay. Yo, not too much on the windmills, man. They do good for the world. Why are you mad? You jealous of the windmills, dude? You just don't like that I like a man who takes care of the environment. So, I like a man that knows how to deal with my stomach problems. Because I love a man that can count for me. You guys just don't get it. First person to beef with the windmills. Yeah, I think you're right. You guys are not on the windmill meta, dude. Guys. Just don't understand. You guys just don't get it. You gotta understand what you gotta understand where I'm coming from. I fucking hate Dutch people. Random fun fact. Oopsie whoopsie. No, that was meant with 100% sincerity. Ver hebben een probleem. Fake ass language. Hey, Germans are really good at making windmills too. people just don't know about it because unfortunately we don't make it a big thing about us that we actually have a lot of renewable energy. So, yoo-hoo to us, I guess. Okay, buddy. You know, you want to talk about nationality? All right, no problem. You want me to start? Because I won't be ending anytime soon. Yeah, right, Snell. I get it. That was me laughing at your joke with 100% sincerity. Dude, you just learn how to spell concede. Concede? Boy, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Sin seed. Alright. Sin said he was amazing. Slamathos does it again. Yeah, everybody knows how to spell today. I know you did it on purpose. Don't explain it to me. I get the joke. Oh, there's a bit of wax on my finger. It smells like iced tea. Peach iced tea. Nom nom nom. Concede looks wrong, because it is. Literally, how are you finding out how to spell things? How does it look wrong? LARPing as an American. See, why would anybody do that? Still looks wrong. You know, you really gotta stop trying to help people who get everything wrong, and when you show them the correct thing, they say it looks wrong. I don't fucking like you, man. Being an American pretty much is just LARPing. Summed up in one sentence, by the way. Holy shit. He figured it out. He's truly figured it out. Thought I was Israeli. Same thing, different hole, man. Like, I don't know. How many times do we gotta tell you this? Did you guys know that my ahoge moves? My ahoge move? My ahoges? I have 3 to be exact. Remember, I have 3. Is shit gonna be on the test? Yes. Write it down, everybody. Okay, somebody? I need you to give me a sentence. I'm gonna do it in the voice you guys like. Okay? One person gets chosen by me to say what you say. That's too much. Ahoge people were not meant to hold that much power. It's supposed to be the representation of how my chat is so stupid that it rubs off on me, so that I grow even more ahoges with all this stupidity. Ow! I burned my finger. But yeah. Give me one sentence. One sentence that I will say in the voice you guys like. Not the deep one, because that one's gross and cringe. The other one. And you guys only have one try. Put your sentences in chat and I'll pick one out. Pick the one out that I want to do. Okay, Shima. Can't I get on? I say that one enough in voice chat. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, someone got a serialized Force of Will, currently $2K. I don't know what that means, bro. Am I supposed to be excited right now? What? No way! What? Let me hold that real quick. Oh fuck, I'm dizzy again. When a 500 cards per event, why don't you have 500 of them then? What are you doing? You will get boiled? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Well, yeah, he would have the set to sell it. No point in keeping it. Deep frying? Oh no. No. That's bad. That's bad for your tummy. And you're not deep frying or boiling me. Dude, Snailter, if I were to try and say all of that as fast as possible, I would probably accidentally say the N-word. I'm not lying. Look at that, dude. Like... accidentally. Alright, everybody relax. Stupid. Show us the past. Dude, I'm not saying it. Now, after I screamed, they were quiet. Yeah, Slam, just don't be upset at my reaction. If I don't like it, I might get really tired and start yawning a lot. It's what usually happens when I try to focus, but I'm not interested, and then my mind just tries to shut down. Dude, even if you are insulted by it, I can't fucking change it, so it would honestly just be a loss for you. Don't be upset at it. And if you... the thing is... that's just the ADHD kicking in. I know. That's why I'm just saying it, because a lot of people don't understand that. That, like, these kinds of things aren't on purpose. Yeah, okay. ADHD friendly Magic the Gathering. No, that kind of stuff doesn't do anything for me. It's not that I need stimulation. I need something that's interesting to me. Something that piques my interest and not just stimulates my brain. I don't need just stimulation. I need something that actually interests me, or else I'm still gonna be tired and not interested. A new custom deck. Jesus Christ. Just for me to not end up playing it. I was gonna stream a game today, but I'm already getting very tired. Waiting for your turn keeps you interested. See, I don't know if it's gonna be the opposite or not. I mean, I do want to play D&D. How do I say this without sounding like a slut? Dude, I want a cute guy to be on the D&D team who has a cute armored man so I can flirt with him and then fuck on the table. We're like, "Pa, this is all roleplay." Are you guys still in character? Yes. We're still we're in this is roleplay. This is part of the role. Yeah, that was funny timing, Baz. Thank you for the 29 months. Thank you for the tier 1. See, I can't talk about my fantasies in front of you guys because you guys are gonna like call me weird and stuff, and I'm not weird. "20 minutes sexy on the table is part of the roleplay." Yes. I literally said so, yeah. And I thought I was bad. Shema, relax. Relax. You are windmill girl. No, I'm not. We know you want the Pepto. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it, dude. Dude, what? Me going, "Oh my god, you guys don't understand." It's like, oh my god. You guys don't understand. Like, what do you mean I get to be whatever character I want to be? And I can imagine... Dude, it's hard to put this into words because I've never had to do it before. You guys know how, like, uncommon it is for me to struggle to put something into words for, like, this long? I usually am able to just talk so much nonstop. You know how fucking strange it is to start stuttering? Okay, this is new to me too. Christ. Remove your filter. There's no filter. It's just I don't vocalize my sexual fantasies. You know? Like, is that not, that's kind of normal, no? You guys do, I don't. How often have you, and be honest with me, guys, how often have you heard in detail the things that I would actually like to experience? Not in the meme sense, but that I would actually like and enjoy in a sexual experience. How often? See? See, that's what I'm saying. Always. Don't fucking trust this guy. He's mentally ill. Never. So what a great time to start. Yeah, on Twitch. Great time to start. Fan-fucking-tastic. This is the spot and this is the place and time to start talking about it. Yeah, great. Good idea. Regardless. I can just explain it in a way that causes like no weirdness, or not as weird. I guess I can just explain it in a very objective way, okay? The imagination, I need to close my eyes for this so I can find my words inside my brain. The imagination of being able to create a character and being recognized as that character, and then having a opposing person also with a character that they are playing, and if that character is to your liking and they are being recognized as that character in that moment, and they're also conventionally attractive to you, then the idea of being able to do whatever scene you want and to play it out in your minds and you're both doing it at the same time makes it interesting. So being able to imagine whatever we want while playing characters that are maybe even attractive for each other. Like, you know, I guess it just falls under role playing. I think like that would just be the term in this case, which I mean it literally is D&D's roleplay, but the only awkward thing is like there's other people there. But imagine it like this. The idea, oh god. Am I getting embarrassed right now? No. Not me. Oh fuck. The cuck party waiting for the turn to end. See, but the thing is, it's not the idea of like, oh look, our characters now are a couple. It is, dude, how, this is really hard to say. I'm not blushing, dude. I'm not blushing. I'm trying to find the words without it being too obscene. So, no, it doesn't even have to be over the internet. Just the idea of D&D. Okay, you create your characters, right? You create your characters. You have your character that you created in your image, maybe, and in your liking, right? You want to be able to like your character, I think, for most people. So you create this character and you put yourself, if in the best case scenario, you're able to put yourself into this character and really play out this character. And if the opposing party, like the person that you're interested in, for example, takes a character and they design their own character, and this character happens to be something you're into, for example, for me, for example, if it was a character like Armor, right? I think Armor is really attractive as a character design. And being able to imagine yourself as your character interacting with this other character you find attractive, and you yourself like the character you're playing as, it creates a really interesting dynamic because you guys are able to put yourself in a position, in a character that you yourself are not, right? You are not, unless you take yourself one to one, but I don't think most people do that. But like, you're in a character you like, you enjoy yourself, you're able to play whatever you want to do. You're able to do whatever you want to do. It's a fantasy world. The idea of being able to say, do whatever you want to do, and it flying because it's not real, is attractive. And also, you can imagine this person in front of you being this character you like and you're interested in, and they can play that character and they have fun, and it creates a fun dynamic. I mean, Max, I'm not going to find a dungeon master that lets me flirt with somebody out of the party in front of other people. That's not the point of the game. This is a fantasy of a fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's not gonna happen, and I wouldn't want it to happen because that's fucking weird. Yeah, a party full of cucks, maybe, yeah. But I don't think I'd be friends with cucks. I mean, actually, I think I am. But do you guys understand the idea? Because these are all fantasies / ideas. Do you guys want to... Oh my fucking god. When are we playing? Okay. So... I once played a D&D session and ended up becoming really good friends with one of the characters, and their interactions became actually real for a moment. It becomes less awkward as people get used to role-playing like that. Yeah, but, like, guys, I'm not talking about just, like, I would really enjoy the idea of becoming friends or close with someone in roleplay. Oh, my PC almost fucking died there. Holy fucking shit. But the idea is, like, they talk about... Oh my god. Whatever. I'm taking off my headphones. I'm just gonna say it like nobody's here with me. The idea of them talking about what they're going to do to your character and you're allowed to imagine while they're talking about it actively is interesting. Okay? Jesus Christ. It's not, dude, it's not like we're fucking. It's, again, it's the point of like a fantasy that's exciting. It's not sex. It's not always sex. Okay? Okay? You know, speaking of that, I pulled out a fanfic. I've talked about this fanfic before. But I wrote a fanfiction. Yes, the snake one. I cannot read all of it because it gets kind of, you know, a little bit of, you know? So I can't read all of it. But I wrote this when I was like 15. I didn't have a title for it. God. Ah! This is so cringe, dude. I'll read a little bit of it, okay? Because you guys have been so nice to me. Okay? I need like a different soundtrack for this. Okay. No, I don't need you guys to be mean. It's alright. Okay, buddy. Okay. Venom Snake. Ah! The legendary soldier is out on a mission once again at 0, or in parentheses 12 a.m. near the Dawialo Kalai village at a sniping point. Venom is sitting, looking through his scope. I was 15, by the way, so catch me some slack. English isn't my first language. Slowly marking enemies for his following infiltration. One of his comm supporters, Kazuhira Benedict Miller, called in. Snake, in front of you is the Wialo Kalai village. The target is inside. Go ahead and move in to eliminate the target. He's one of the Soviets' commanders. Go ahead and move in to eliminate the target. What a fucking command, dude. Good. Go ahead and kill him. Alright, whatever you say. Wapa level writing? No, this was actually miserable. Snake continues to look through the scope of the M2000. As he marked as many visible enemies missing out on the target, he moves in. Slowly crouching towards one of the broken walls to take cover from incoming enemy soldiers, Venom quickly grabs one of his empty magazines, throwing it over the wall, attracting an enemy's attention. There's no sound? What? What? As the enemy gets closer, he grabs him over the wall and pulls him down. Seek you seeing him. Speak, Venom commands. The guy you're looking for is here, says the enemy through Snake's arms. After quickly taking out the soldier non-lethally, he retrieves his eye droid out of his back pocket. Placing a marker on the Soviet commander, he continues to move in. Venom prones towards the target, catching him alone. As he approaches the Soviet commander, he trips the enemy with his prosthetic arm. He stabs his throat while holding him. That's it, Snake. You eliminated the target. Move out of the hot zone, Kaz informs him. Venom picks up the dead body and stealthily escapes the village, throwing the body off of his shoulders. You made it out of the hot zone. No enemies in pursuit. Mission complete, boss. Oh, this is so fucking cringe. Snake sighs and sits down on the ridge, taking out one of his phantom cigars. As he was gonna light his cigar, oh! A tiny knife, came flying and pinned the cigar to the ground. Snake immediately throws himself behind a rock. Shortly after, Kaz calls in. What was that? A knife? How did he see that? He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He doesn't know what the fuck. He doesn't have cameras around. How did he know? Anyway, Snake responds. It was a knife. No one's near me. Too small of a target to hit from a long distance either. Kaz, are you sure there's no one around? This is such a random reaction, by the way. Maybe an assassin. What? How'd you come up with that? What? Made to say unseen. The life. Snake, pretty sure. Kaz, alright, boss. We might have an enemy combatant. Be careful. Try to mark the enemy before coming out of cover. Venom slowly walks towards the cigar, removing the knife to inspect it. He stores the knife in his pocket and goes back into cover. He just comes out of cover, looks at it and goes, oh, I should probably go back into cover, right? I just got a knife thrown at me. He pulls out his binoculars and scans the area around him. Kaz, see anything, boss? Snake puts away his binoculars and hides closer into the rock. Snake, it's night. I don't believe I have my NVGs. Should have come prepared, dumbass. Kaz, boss, proceed with caution. Snake pulls out his iDroid and calls Pequod to a nearby LZ. Snake flies back to Mother Base. Kaz and Ocelot are in front of the landing zone. As Snake steps out, Kaz approaches him. Boss, any other encounters with the unknown enemy on the way here? Snake, no, but I have something that might help us figure out who it might be. Pulls out the small knife and presents it to Kaz and Ocelot. Snake, this is the throwing knife they used. Got a way to read fingerprints? How would you not know this? Kaz tries to grab it out of his hands, but Boss quickly dodges. Snake dodges. Snake motions to Kaz's hands. Gloves. We don't need any extra fingerprints. Why did I write him so nonchalant? I mean, he is nonchalant, so I think I got him down pretty good. But why is everyone an idiot in the fucking story already? Ocelot takes the knife and nods at Boss. This is actually more accurate because Ocelot has gloves on. Ocelot, we'll find out who it is. Give us a bit of time, boss. He walks away. Kaz, I sent more missions to your iDroid. Be more careful. They might try to intervene with you again, boss. He walks away as well. Snake pulls out another one of his phantom cigars and smokes. Time passes. 12 a.m. Boss is on his way to complete another one of his side ops. This time, he needs to extract one of the wandering Mother Base soldiers. As Snake arrives at the... Ew! This is so cringe! As Snake arrives at the designated area, he hears a voice. Unknown voice. Tell me about him, come on! I know you're part of his crew. Where's your base? Unknown voice 2. I don't know. I've been here for so long. I don't know anything. Snake slowly approaches the voices and sees a tall figure on top of the target's body. Kaz calls, Boss! Quick! Hide! Figured out who it is. It's a girl. Seems young. Doesn't look like a threat here. How could she be the threat? Yeah, I'm 15. I'm 15. I'm a threat, alright. I'm a threat. And then, oh, here comes the part, fellas. Does she have long hair? Like Snake says, does she have long hair? Twin tails? Peak writing. Pinnacle of writing. Yowie, I'm a girl! Anyway. Kaz, yes. How do you know? Is she with you? Snake, I have a visual. She's trying to get information out of one of our old soldiers. Kaz, I guess continue to slowly approach her. Don't risk anything. She might seem like a normal girl. We don't know for sure. No, this girl doesn't do her math homework. Bad girl. Fellas, it's so fucking cringe. Ew, I just read one of the lines I said that. I cannot take this serious. Venom slowly approaches the unknown girl. Mother Base soldier says, But Boss? The girl shoots him in the head with a trank gun and turns around. Boss quickly jumps and tries to... hold on to the girl, but she swiftly dodges, and he hits the ground. Yeah, my inhuman senses, fellas. My crazy, insane Spidey senses. I felt him trying to jump on me. I am an empath. I knew what he was about to do. The girl, haha, nice try. You won't get your hands on this body. Not yet, at least. When I say I'm not lying, this is the line 1-to-1 in the fucking fanfic. I mean it. This is the exact line. The last part of what the girl said was practically inaudible. Snake gets up and pulls out his assault rifle and points it at her. On the ground! Now! Jesus! I'm just a 15-year-old girl. You're gonna kill me? The girl... Yikes. Dude, this isn't about me, guys. It's just about another girl who has twin tails. It's not me. It's not me. It's self-insert. You guys can self-insert yourself here, okay? You're a girl with twin tails. The girl tilts her head at him. Huh? No way. It's super dusty. I don't want my hair getting dirty. Boss pulls the legger. I almost said a bad word. Boss pulls the trigger to shoot her leg. But she, once again, dodges the bullet. Dude, I'm not dodging bullets, by the way, in real life. I'm matrixing this shit, okay? Ew, this part is so nasty. Nice gun. Which one is that? Snake grits his teeth, staring at the girl. What do you want? Wow, I was a brat back then too, huh? She smirks at him. You, she says as she giggles. Why your tail's so big? Why isn't your big? My tail, that thing large. Snake puts his gun away and stands up, running at her to strike her down. She dodges and cartwheels behind him, kneeing him in the balls. I'm not doing any of that. Dude, I'm cartwheeling him? I'm cartwheeling, kneeing him in the balls? Snake. Ah! He turns around, grabs her by her arm, and attempts to throw her to the ground, but she lands onto his chest with her feet and pushes herself off and slams him into the ground. I'm a Leon S. Kennedy. I'm legitimately Leon S. Kennedy. I understand the writers of Resident Evil because that's low-key me in this story. Like, how am I even doing all that? She gets up and sits on the ground next to him. You're so silly. You could just ask me to come with you. I wouldn't meet your friends. So silly. Snake gets up and quickly grabs her. Suddenly he can grab her. For some reason, choking her until she passes out. You got her? Pretty sure she just tried to turn herself in. We're coming back to Mother Base. Good idea to take the person who has been dodging bullets and cartwheeling and kneeing you in the balls to the place where you don't want to take her. Alright. Snake and the girl fly back to the commando platform on Mother Base. Snake grabs the girl by her arm as they step out the chopper. Step out the chopper! As they step out of the chopper. Hey, not so tight, huh? Here she is, Snake says. Fit the profile? He's so nonchalant. Kaz grabs the girl by her arm and turns her around. Yes. She has a tattoo on her arm, just like the one we found. It was a snake ringing around her arm. Y'all, things stay with me. A snake, huh? Ocelot grunts. The girl grunts back at both of the men tightly gripping her arm. Kaz, how long have you been on this trail? Who are you? Do you still go by New? Girl, sorry, but would you mind getting your hands off of me? It's cold, I'm hungry, and I refuse to talk to you people unless I'm talking to Snake. Yikes. She sticks out her tongue at them. Wow, I would have beaten the shit out of myself if I was in this story. Oh yeah, no. Unless I'm talking to Snakey alone. Snakey. I gave that guy a nickname. He doesn't even know me. Snakey, Ocelot Ocelot scoffs. What type of nickname is that? More importantly, how does she know your code name? Ocelot points at the girl, raising an eyebrow at her. Girl, my name is Neo. Nice to meet you, Kaz and Ocelot. Kaz and Ocelot look at each other in surprise. Kaz suddenly hits her with his crutch. No brats on our base. How the hell do you know about us? Who sent you? Cypher? Zero? Skullface? Who are you, damn it? I'm just a fangirl. Boss tightens his grip and pushes Kaz away. No need to get angry over it, Kaz. Let me handle this. Any important missions right now I need to attend to? Kaz calms his breath and gulps. No clients yet. Boss slowly walks away, pulling Neo after him. I'll take care of this, Kaz. She won't talk. Torture won't help. She isn't scared of getting hurt. He knows. But boss! Ocelot lays a hand down on Kaz's shoulder. Let him handle it. let him handle it. Kaz grunts, turns away and walks into the base facility. Boss pulls Neo after him into a room. Neo continues to stare at Boss's face the entire walk. Venom ties her to a chair and sits down on an opposing chair. Who are you? What is it that you want from me? How do you know about us? Well, I was following you. Heard your calls and gathered some intel about you myself. Snake, Venom Snake, Kazuhira Miller, the guy that you rescued, Ocelot, the man with the revolvers. No one sent me. No one. I know about your rivalry with Skullface and such. You know, I don't have anyone. I'm a loner. Born in the wild. And these are my own weapons. Born in the wild. Following me. And here comes the fucking banger plot. My mother was a pregnant soldier. Birthed me and kept me until I was 10 years old. Left me behind afterwards. So you're a kid? Why they got females on the battlefield? I don't know. New stayed silent and stared at Snake's face, smirking. Snake stared back, squinting his eyes at her. Why do you want to talk to me? You suddenly stood up and all the ropes fell off her lap. How would I do that? I don't know. I'm just low-key the goat. What the hell? Down with you. Snake stood up and grabbed her, holding her in a CQC chokehold. Everybody knows the CQC chokehold. If you want to keep talking to me, you will abide by the rules, understood? We will teach you to use your head, not just your knives. Wow, you're so nonchalant, Snake. That was such a banger line. Neo gasped and nodded her head. Snake let go of her and got up again. I want to be able to help you guys. Why? What do you get out of this? Neo's attitude quickly changes from held back to her normal, loud and bratty self. It's fun! No, I can't say that line. That is so fucking cringe. Why? I sound like a psychopath. Blah blah blah. And she starts getting so quiet it's barely audible. A hot guy can give me commands. Kaz will decide for now. If you behave, he might let you out of the cell. He's not a fan of kids. Do not attempt to fight with them. Snake pulls out a cigar and remembers something. Hold on a minute. Earlier, how did you dodge my shot? How did you hit my cigar? Finally, some exposition. Neo stands up, jumps high up into the air, backflip behind Snake, and takes his rifle off his back. My mom was a genetically modified soldier. I'm her kid. Yeah, but the thing is, just because she was genetically modified doesn't make you genetically modified. I learned that a little bit later on, so you're gonna have to give me a little bit of space here, okay? Huh. Unnatural then. How far away were you when you threw the knife? Approximately 100 meters, I'd say. That boy don't know meters. That boy do not know meters. Did you use NVGs? How did you aim? What? No. I just focused on where the flame of your device was. Because he was turning on the cigar in that moment. Snake stays silent and thinks to himself, how the hell did she notice? She's just a kid. She just told you she's genetically modified, dumbass. That is kind of a smart thing for me to write, though. Not gonna lie. Like, it is a thing to say don't smoke while on the battlefield because people can see you from far away. So, I was low-key just... That's lore right there. That's meta. That's meta. Anyway. You'll be led to the prisoner cell. Kaz and Ocelot will most likely try to perform torture on you to find out what you're actually up to. Don't resist. Don't resist torture. Let it happen. You'll live. Okay. Snake tells Ocelot and Kaz what happened. Snake walks onto the LZ, getting his eye droid to call Pequod as he hears a distant loud voice. No! Let me out! I'm serious! I wanna help him! I'm not part of Skullface, come on! They believe you now. Ocelot, calm down, dammit! Snake turns around and sees Kaz rushing to him. She's bitching around to come with you. Why keep her here, boss? She could be a... That's the wrong word you used there. But, she could be part of the enemy. Kaz. She dodged a bullet that was shot a meter away from her. She was able to hit a tiny target 100 meters away with a small knife at night. Non-human! She has to be part of Skullface. Remember Quiet? Same scene. She left us now, but you remember exactly what happened. Oh yeah, in my story, Quiet was not there anymore. Ocelot walks up to them from the distance. Boss, can we give her a straight jacket? She's trying to seduce the guards to let her out. Dude! Seduce? What the hell? Kaz whispers something to himself. Snake walks to the cell with Ocelot. Snake grits his teeth looking at her. She's naked with only her... Okay, I used to wear suspenders as a kid. I used to wear suspenders with a skirt. She's naked with only her skirt and suspenders on. What? Could be anyone. It's not me. It's not me, guys. It's not me. All she had on before were the stockings, a skirt, a crop top, and the suspenders. Snake, I didn't pay it any mind. Guys! See, the thing is, I made my age ambiguous in this, so it didn't feel like I was lying to myself, but so it wasn't also weird, because I was 15 in real life, but I made my age ambiguous. But Snake looks over to the soldiers guarding the cell. And by the way, if you haven't played the game, Quiet is basically half naked in her cell, and there's always men watching her shower. So this is meta too. Guarding the cell and looks at them, sighing. Ocelot. Boys haven't seen a woman in a long time like this, huh? Wait, how old are you? Ocelot whacks the bars of the cell. Newt just smiles. Snake once again squints his eyes at her. She won't answer. Ocelot, you got any idea why? Not one. Newt throws her body onto the bars and grips them tightly, looking at Snake. Please let me come with you. I haven't killed anyone in so long. I swear. Please. She's trying to say, not that she wants to kill people, by the way. This is supposed to say, like, I'm not hurting people, you know, so. Whatever. You think she's worth it? I saw what she can do. We'll see. I'll take her out on a mission sometime. For now, give her her clothes, food, and let her stay in the cell. Not a rookie. No underestimating her. That's right, no underestimating me. Snake moves into his quarters to rest. Moving to new prisoner cell, 3 a.m. The guards turned their backs after New successfully faked being asleep. Turned their backs? Oh, and then walked away. Okay. She was reaching her hand through the cell bars and yanked the door open. How fucking strong am I in this, dude? Was it a forest environment or desert environment? The base was on the ocean. And they would go between Africa and Afghanistan. So that's where the game takes place, basically. I need to go piss. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. She was reaching her hand through the cell bars and yanked the door open. She slowly and stealthily went up the stairs onto the platform. Knew, as I whispered to myself, gotta find Snake's quarters. You are a fucking freak of nature. New proned around the base, finding the quarters. She slowly opened the door to Snake's room and held her breath as to not alert him and crawled under his bed. Yo, what are you doing? You fucking freak! She falls asleep under his bed. Snake's room, 10 a.m. Snake wakes up and stands up from his bed. He's in his shorts, almost completely revealing his body. New calls out and stands up behind him.
Good morning, Snakey.
New pushes her body against his. Yikes. Snake immediately elbows her in the side and throws her onto the bed. Get in your cell. Anyway. Are you trying to attack me? Attack? Huh? No. Snake grabs a gun, points the gun at her arm, and signals her to turn around. Let me see it. Let you see what? Mia turns her arm around and shows him the snake tattoo. Where'd you get it from? Oh. Self-made? You gave yourself an but you gave yourself a poking stick on your own across your entire arm. How'd you do that? Anyway, everything's self-made, huh?
You could say so.
How'd you get out? I'm strong.
I'm just genetically modifying.
Anyway, would you stop causing trouble for once? One night, by the way. I didn't mean to. I was just scared of... I don't like actually sleeping alone. I just felt unsafe. What about all your time alone? Rarely slept, and when I did, surprisingly, I slept near an outpost. Outpost? No wonder you felt unsafe. No, I don't feel unsafe because of that. It's hard to explain. I just want to stay with you.
Nah, you're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Oh, so cute. So romantic.
Mew sits up on the bed and worryingly looks at Venom. Snake lowers his gun and walks towards her. Listen to the rules, and you might be able to stay. Mew looks up at him, noticing his change of attitude from cold to somewhat caring. He notices too and changes his tone. Understood? Yes, boss. Good. Back to your cell for now. I need to go attend to missions. I'll tell Kaz or Ocelot to keep you company. Ocelot! Please! Boss. Fuck that guy. Fuck that other cripple. Snake stays silent for a moment and nods. Snake leads her back to her cell and tells Ocelot to keep her company. He continues to go on his mission. New cell, 11 a.m. New's sitting in her cell, crossing her arms and staring at the ground. Ocelot is next to the cell, hands on his hips, staring at the slightly upset girl. So, how'd you make this knife? Pretty sharp. Almost cut right through my glove. He held up a self-made knife of New and looked at it. I don't want to say this. This is fucking cringe. Like, I'm just... So, I need you guys to remember, I am genetically modified in this story to be insanely strong and insanely nimble and fast and awesome and cool. So, I cut the steel, sharpened it, and wrapped the leather around it. Where'd you find the leather? Zebras, mostly. Cut the steel yourself? Must be quite strong, huh? Yeah, even he's realizing, like, that sounds kind of weird. Mew just shrugs and lets out a big sigh. Ocelot steps closer to the cell and squats down to be next to her. I'm not sure what to say except that the only thing that might cheer you up, Boss will be back in no time. You won't be lonely. Mew turns her head to Ocelot and looks at him with the same saddish look. And for Kaz, he just has this issue where he won't trust people from the outside. People like you. People like quiet. Mew spoke in a more appropriate and calming tone. You know about her too? You one hell of a girl. That's me, baby. Ocelot lets out a small chuckle, which makes Mew smile a bit. I want to be like she was. By Boss's side, I'm not, nor was I ever part of Cypher. None of them. I've been alone, but when I met him, it just changed. Wow, you're so romantic. Anyway, I know what you mean. You might have fallen in love with the legend, such as many of us. Mew quickly turns around to face Ocelot and grabs the cell bars. Please, Ocelot. I want to become better. I want to be part of Boss's crew. Ocelot sighs and makes a pause. You know I can't give you anything. The rules are the rules. I can break out of the cell at any given time. If I was dangerous, I would have been out by now. Ocelot shrugs. Rules are rules. Fine, then give me a piece of wood. And a stone. Wood. Stone? What for? I'm just gonna make wood daggers. I just want to train a little bit. Is that alright? What are you training? What are you training with daggers with? Like, what are you doing? Swinging them around? The fuck are you doing? As long as it isn't dangerous. Dude, that shit's gonna be dangerous. She can make that shit sharp as hell. I'm gonna kill you. Okay, thank you so much. Ocelot nods and goes away for a while to gather what she asked for. Mew rolls up the sleeves of her prisoner suit and kneels on the ground, ready to work. I'm about to put my bag into these wood daggers, dude. He reaches it through the bars. Here you go, little lady. Thank you. Mew nods at Ocelot and gets to work. She scrapes the stone onto the ground to make it sharper. Dude, I'm like the goat at this, dude. Give the genetically modified girl a rock. Right, dude? That shit's gonna be going through your skull instantly. She scrapes the stone on the ground to make it sharper. Then proceeds to use it as a... I keep dropping my phone. It's like a fucked up bedtime story. It gets worse. Then proceeds to use it as a carving knife to cut the wood into dagger-shaped pieces. She reaches Ocelot the stone and gets up, doing various stances. Stances? Wow. Really are natural. Smart way of doing that. Yeah. When you're genetically modified, it isn't very hard, right? New continues to jump around, swinging her dagger around. Jojo poses. I think that might be it, yeah. Hours pass, 10 p.m. New's cell. New is alone. Boss arrives back at Mother Base with the chopper. Ay. New's still training, covered in sweat. Boss walks up to Ocelot. How is she? Welcome back, boss. She's in her cell. Made herself a safe weapon and been training since then. It's been 8 hours. That bitch got nothing to do. Ocelot leads him to the cell and presents it to him by pointing to it. There she is. Cause any trouble? No. Like an angel. Bit of a demonic angel. Yup, that's me. It's true though. My parents used to call me Satan or Demon. It was my little nickname. Snake lets out a small chuckle and walks closer to the cell. He would not do that. He would not laugh. He'd be like, this bitch. New notices him and quickly puts the dagger in her pocket, saluting while sweating like crazy. What? Sorry, it's just imagining how out of breath she'd be. Boss, how was the mission? You really set her mind straight, didn't you? Has to learn somehow. What'd you do to her? What'd you do to me? Whatever. Snake comes closer and tries to speak up, but gets interrupted. The mission. Blood! Are you okay? Oh, I'm so worried. Oh, my cute little soldier husband. I'm so... Are you okay? Jesus fucking Christ. New gets closer to the bars and reaches her hand through them to put it on one of Venom's cheeks. Snake lets out a very quiet gasp and shrugs his shoulders a bit. New looks at it on her hand. Soviets. You can tell? I've seen enough of their blood to know that this dirty blood is theirs. Jesus fucking Christ! Wait, that is such a hard fucking line. That is actually such a hard ass line. Holy shit. Thank God it isn't yours. Sorry, dude. I've seen enough of their blood to know that this dirty blood is theirs. Profiling by blood. You guys don't... Yeah, I'm German. Snake wipes some blood off his face with his arm, then takes New's arm and wipes her hand on his stomach. I'll be fine. Continue this manner and you might be part of the Diamond Dog soon. Ocelot turns to Boss, then turns back to New with a smile. New smiles back, salutes again. Snake gives a very small smirk and ruffles New's hair as he gets up. This is just wholesome. This is just cute. This part is just fucking cute. Like, come on. Red must be Kami blood. You get it, dude. You get it. Ocelot, a soldier. But why? So she doesn't escape? Snake looks at New. He knew she would be embarrassed if he tells Ocelot about it. Yeah, the fact that I was lonely and I just wanted to be next to Boss because I met him while he was doing missions and I fell in love with him. Yes. Alright. New smiles and lays down on the prisoner bed. Good night, Boss. Good night, Ocelot. Ocelot. Good night, little lady. Snake nods towards her. Ocelot and Snake leave and New falls asleep with a soldier next to her cell. Yeah, they have people watching, you know. Prisoner cell room 10 a.m. Damn, dude, we're starting our days late for soldiers. Kaz and Ocelot walk into the cell room. Kaz was rushing and Ocelot was slowly coming after. New was still asleep. Kaz hits the cell with his crutch, causing her to wake up, fall onto the ground, and immediately roll under her bed. Get out. We have some questions. New comes out again and sits down on the bed, letting out a small yawn. Ocelot finally joins them. You said you had a mother who was a soldier. Who was she with? Good morning to you too. Fucking dickhead. Fuck you. And I don't really remember. Might be either Zero or the Soviets. So you are connected to them. Not me. My mother is. Probably dead by now. Snake might have killed her. You don't care? No. She's part of terrible and horrible people, so I couldn't care less. She would have hurt Boss.
Huh. I hate my mom. She would have hurt the guy I like. I hope she's dead.
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? Is this some type of weird act you're putting on? Are you trying to make us feel for you? Kaz puts his, Asa puts his hand down on Kaz's shoulder. Kaz, I think I can't have her get special treatment just because she cries after Boss. She could be a traitor, an enemy. Boss needs to take care of her. Soon. I'm pretty sure Boss has already been doing so. He does not intend to hurt her because she hasn't tried to hurt any of us. She could be lying. Liars are everywhere. You don't remember Huey? We could use truth serum, Kaz. Whoa. Whoa. We will. Get out of the cell. You'll be interrogated shortly. And Yu nods and gets out of the cell, following Kaz and Ocelot. They sit her down on a chair and inject truth serum. Ocelot. The soldier that is apparently your mother is part of her enemies. Yes. I can't remember who exactly she belonged to, but I would assume somewhere in Afghanistan. Somewhere in Afghanistan, dude. Who do you... Kaz, you. Who do you belong to? No one. I'm honestly alone. I was sick of being alone. So here I am. Kaz, you think she had some kind of anti-drug training? Dude, how would you train that? She couldn't have. Not as a kid. Kid. We don't even know if she's a kid. Ocelot turns back to New and stares at her. Why won't you tell us your age? To be honest, I don't even know myself. I don't know my birthday. Ocelot and Kaz look at each other. Ocelot moves to the tape recorder and turns it off. Innocent enough. Kaz angrily walks out. Ocelot takes New back to her cell with some food. Here you go. Boss will be back soon. For now, train or take a nap or whatever it is that you want to do. New takes the food and starts munching down on it. Munching, by the way. So cute. Ocelot flashes her a smile and leaves. New continues to train a bit. My lazy ass would not train. And took a short nap. See, that sounds more accurate. Boss arrives back at home at a very late hour. He walks into the prisoner's cells and sees a new... I didn't know what the name for this was, but lifting herself off the ground by grabbing the top cell bars. Isn't that like when you're like, you know, how does that chin pulls? Something like that? Whatever. Kept you waiting, huh? I had to put it in there somewhere. At some point, right? Snake! Neil runs towards Snake but gets stopped by the bars, almost hitting her face. Calm down. I'll open the door for you. She jumped up and down, excited to finally get out. Yeah. He opened the cell door and let her out. Neil immediately threw herself onto Snake, arms wrapping around his neck and legs wrapping around his back. My ass was on that guy. On that man, right then and there. Careful. I almost fell. She didn't respond, but only moved her head closer to his neck, burying her head under it. No. She breathes... She breathes down his neck, making him feel the hot breath of hers. Okay. He gasps a bit at her hot breath and pushes her head away a little. His hand was pressing against her cheek. Ow, your hand is cold. He takes his hand away and slowly puts her down. You're coming with me tomorrow. But first, we will need to get a suit for you. You can't really fight with those clothes, right? I'm alive, aren't I? Yes, but it's good to be safe. Right. Okay. How about one like yours? You know, I'll add some cool stuff like razors and knives to the wrists and the legs. And, you know, when I don't have my knife in my hand, I'll just use what's on my suit. I'll give the development order. Give me your sizes. Yeah, like, it's just a little kid dreaming about cool action suit, like, fucking hero suits, man. Snake ends up giving out the order. Snake explains the basics of CQC to New and trains her for around 2 hours. I know you might be good, but be sure to use these for good. Snake pats New's back and started walking away. Wait, Snake. Can I come with you? Come with me. I don't want to sleep alone again. Can I come with you? To your room? Oh. Snake lets out a sigh and motions to her to follow. Yeah, okay. We're getting somewhere. She happily giggles and skips after him. Snake's quarters, 4 a.m. Snake points to the ground where he put a mattress on. You can sleep there. Yu looks onto the mattress and throws herself onto it. She cuddles her blanket. Snake looks at her curling around and flashes a small smirk. He lays down and turns off the lights. Nothing even happened, fellas. Nothing even happened. She writes good stuff. This shit is ass. This shit is ass. This is massive ass, by the way. Anyway. Neo's hanging off of Snake's ceiling with her legs wrapped around the 2 metal bars, singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Snake grunts and wakes up to Neo singing. Huh? Snake turns around to look at Neo hanging from the ceiling. What the fuck? No, he did not say that. What the hell? Would you get off the ceiling? Okay. Neo jumps off and poses in front of him. Like my new suit? Snake gets up and moves his hair out of his eyes. Yes, it will work fine. Never mind. Neo jumps around Snake as he gets ready. Snake, hair tie in his mouth, asks, sleep better? Mm-hmm. I haven't slept that good in forever. Why do I talk like that? Glad I could help. Excited for your first mission out? Neo nods and keeps jumping around, singing nursery rhymes. Yikes, I'm not reading that part. Come on. I'll call Piqua to come pick us up. Neo nods and skips after Snake, still humming nursery rhymes. It is true though, I used to sing a lot of nursery rhymes to myself or hum them whenever I would like have panic attacks and such. It's such a like stupid thing, but I used to just do it to like do something to keep my mind occupied. So I don't do it anymore, not really, but it is something I used to do. Anyway, in the chopper, 9:30 a.m. Neo is still continuing to hum nursery rhymes. You sure do know a lot of nursery rhymes, huh? Yeah, I would always sing and hum them while walking around just to stay calm. Quiet used to hum too. You do have a lot in common with her. I'm sure you'll also be a great buddy. Neo and Snake are both leaning out of the chopper door. Her still singing nursery rhyme. You need to shut the hell up. As she finished her song, they reached the LZ and got out. This mission is an infiltration mission. We're gonna have to be stealthy. If I need you to quietly assassinate someone, I will tell you. Listen to my commands. Me, the assassinator. I am the assassin here, guys. Makes sense why my first D&D game I was an assassin, you know? Kaz calls in. Boss, in this mission you need to infiltrate the central base camp to find some information about Huey's research. We found out he has had more of such. On the production of Metal Gear. Find the papers and exfiltrate. That's a word? As for new, I guess that's for you to decide. For you to decide. Jesus Christ. New salutes. Let's do this, boss. You know, it's kind of cute imagining my small ass self writing this shit. Snake moves toward the camp. News jumping from from spot to spot, continuing her singing. Good lord. Boss walks into the buildings, the one Hugh is held at. He looked around for papers. Suddenly. And then I put a red exclamation point. And if you're the goat, you know what that means. Snake gets spotted by an enemy. As he tries to pull out a silenced rifle, Neil comes shooting down through the open window and swiftly cuts his throat before he could yell out to his comrades. Y'all see that? Only a genetically modified girl could do that. If I get killed by a kid humming to herself, I'd be so fucking mad. Well, this guy was probably mad as hell too. Snake grunts and breathes heavily. You really came in clutch there. Nice job. New smiles and jumps up out of the window again, humming to herself. She stays on the roof, laying low. Girl, you're either staying on the roof or laying low, not both. Snake continues his search for the papers. He finds a folder marked with MG. Kaz calls in. Boss, those are files we need. Quickly get out. Boss commands Neo recon the area. It is a command that he can give his buddies in the actual game. After 2 minutes, she's marked every person in the camp. There's one soldier by himself in front of the exit. Want me to take care of him? Be silent and discreet. And non-lethal. Boss is able to hear news humming through the radio. Jesus fucking Christ. What is this? What? New jumps down the building. She falls in front of the soldier, being an inch away from him. She grabs him by the throat, chokes him out. Took care of him. Dude, you wouldn't even be able to reach his throat. Whatever. Boss guns it for the door and runs out, trusting New's navigation. As they both exfiltrate. Is exfiltrate a word? Did I write this because I didn't know what... Yes, it is. Okay. I'm a smurf. True. Kaz calls in to tell them that the mission was a success. Probably learned it from the game. No, I think I looked it up, probably. Whatever. Chopper, 12 p.m. Snake and you are sitting in the chopper again. You dangling her legs out of the chopper door. Good job. Good reaction time. You're very silent. Good. I told you, I can be of use. You know, did I ever doubt that? Good job. Snake pats News back, causing her to smile and giggle. So cute! Mother Base Commando Platform, 1 p.m. Snake and News step out of the chopper onto the platform. She's singing while jumping around Boss. Ocelot meets them at the LZ and stares at them. Haven't seen a smile like that on you forever, boss. I can't help but be at least a bit cheerful. He would not say that. Snake pets New's head and smiles. New closes her eyes, embracing his hand. We did so good, Ocelot. It was so much fun. High five, Snake. New jumps into the air a little further than she meant to, making Snake and Ocelot jump to the side a bit. Snake quickly reaches out his hand. New comes down on her head, hits Venom's hand. That's not how high fives work, Snake says. Oh, You know, we should think of a code name for me too. Why that? I don't know. Because they're cool? How? I'm not reading the second part, but how about dragon? Oh, yes! That's so cool! Thank you, Snake! Dude, I'm not reading the second part of that. That shit is so hyper cringe, I'm not reading that. Whatever. Alright, dragon. Snake, food's ready. You should come eat before going out on another mission. Snake puts his hand on her shoulder. Come on, dragon. Let's go eat. Dude, it's like daughter-father relationship right now. It's cute. They both walked into the mess hall, starting to sing again. Shut the fuck up, bitch! Snake and the dragon eat their food. The dragon, by the way. How's the food? You haven't eaten much, huh? Yeah, I missed having a full tummy. It's good. That's good. I could eat everything. Boy, what I'm about to say. You can eat me. Snake looked up from his plate. Huh? Huh? She smiles at him. Venom continues eating as he looks down at his plate, acting like she didn't say anything. The dragon laughs and hits the table with her fist. She puts her head on the table and attempts to look at his face. You embarrassed? Quit being so loud. The other guards were already staring at them. Snake pushed her head down. Shut up and eat. New stares at him, smirks, and opens her mouth to indicate she was about to say something. Shut up. Snake pushed his hand onto the dragon's mouth. New licked his palm. What the fuck? That's me saying that, not Snake, by the way. What the hell? What's wrong with me? She continued to lick his palm. What the hell are you doing? Snake moves his hands away, slams his hand on the table, and gets up to pulls New after him. Snake's quarters. Snake pushes her onto the bed. I can't with this, dude. Dude, I just... Oh, fuck. I think this is where it's gonna start. Where it's starting. What do you think you're doing?
Come on, it was just for fun.
Nympho. Huh? Yeah, he called me a nympho. How did I know that word? How did I know that word? Whatever. Y'all. This is when I'm gonna have to stop reading soon. I'm gonna be able to read like 3 sentences. Oh god. Oh my god. Should I end stream and go into Discord? I know you guys want it. The FOMO? No, I just cannot I literally can't read this on stream. Okay, I literally cannot read this on stream. Anyway, I'll see you guys in Discord.